Hey, what's up, everybody? This is EJ David for another edition of Filipino Word of the Day. For many years now, many people have asked me whether Filipinos are A. Asians, B. Pacific Islanders, C. Hispanics, or D. Filipino. um, and then lately with the census and everything, I've had some people ask me how come we're forced to identify as Asians. I thought we were Pacific Islanders. So what are we? Again, are we A. Asians, B. Pacific Islanders, C. Hispanics, or 4. Are we Filipino? Well, I think the answer to that is E. All of the above. You see, culturally, linguistically, and geographically, Filipinos have similarities with all of those 4 different racial groups. For example, with the Asian culture, there are definitely a lot of Asian influences in the Filipino culture. The food like pancit, lumpia, those are all Asian influenced dishes. And then when you look at the Hispanic culture, obviously there's a lot of similarities also in terms of languages, like kamusta, okay, mano, which means hand. Also in terms of the food, also there's adobo, there's afritada, there's menudo. Again, very similar to the Spanish culture and influenced by that. And then in terms of Pacific Islander, the Philippines is a country of over 7,000 islands in the Pacific Ocean. So I don't think you can get any more Pacific Islander than that. But more than just geographically, there's also similarities in terms of culture. For example, the language. There's a lot of similar terms for referring to similar things between the Filipino language, more specifically Tagalog, and a lot of Polynesian languages. Like for example, in Fiji and Tonga, they say ulo for head. Okay, for eyes they say mata. Okay, for Fiji and Tonga they say mata also. The same thing in Filipino. And then for purple yams they say ube in both Fiji and Tonga. Okay, and then for the number 5 in Fiji, Tonga, and Samoa, it's lima. The same thing in Filipino. It's lima. So Filipinos have similarities to a lot of Polynesian and Pacific Islanders also. And so, what are Filipinos? And like I said earlier, they are all of the above. They have influences from the neighboring Asian cultures. They have influences from the Spanish. They have influences from Pacific Islander cultures. So I say they're all of the above. And all of these different influences actually make Filipinos very unique, very special, and just very distinct. They are able to combine all of these things together to create their own unique, special culture. Okay? And that's why in California, for example, Filipinos are required to identify as Filipino. They are considered to be a distinct people, a distinct cultural group. And given all of the mixtures of influences that Filipino culture has had over many centuries, our Filipino word of the day is halo-halo. Halo-halo, which literally means mix. Halo-halo in Filipino usually refers to a dessert, a type of dessert that is filled with ice and a whole bunch of different fruits and beans, and sometimes people put ice cream or flan and milk and sugar, so it's all mixed up in there. It's halo-halo. Usually that's what it refers to. the dessert, halo-halo. But you can use halo-halo in a lot of other appropriate contexts, as long as what you're trying to say is it's all mixed. It's mixed, mixed. And that is our Filipino word of the day, halo-halo.